I recorded a couple of videos a little while ago and then realised that the audio hadn't recorded, so that was fun. So I grumped about it for a little bit and now I'm recording them again. 2 in 1 because I wanted them to go out ages ago. Not that it really matters. So for the sake of introductions, my name is Strange Fish and this is Trailer React. Strange Fish. The first one is The Nun 2, and for the sake of fairness I'm going to do a recreation of my initial reaction. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, looks kinda spooky, creepy atmosphere. Oh wait, it's a Catholic school. Are there nuns? There are nuns. Is it The Nun 2? It's The Nun 2. And that might seem a bit unfair because if the trailer had me so interested, then why am I being so meanie-beanie about it? Well, that's very simple. Trailers lie. The thing is, people who edit trailers for a living actually do a good job of it. Sometimes even better than the actual film's director. And knowing both that and how much I disliked The Nun, I'm not really very hopeful. What did I not like about the original Nun movie? Well, it wasn't scary, and that's usually a big no for me in horror movies. I also wasn't very keen with the look of the nun herself. I mean, even I could create that look with a couple of cheap old pound store makeup effects, even after a couple of ciders. In fact, I could create that look even without any makeups, the morning after a couple of ciders. The story doesn't seem to make any sense, the characters make weird choices, and there's a bit too much jump scare over atmosphere. But who knows, the Annabelle movies got marginally better as they went along. Maybe they've learned from the first one, maybe they're starting to improve, maybe, just maybe, we'll get back to the beginning of the Conjuring universe, which was actually pretty decent. Maybe. Trailer number 2 is for the Exorcist movie, and what do we know about this Exorcist movie? Well, it's going to be a trilogy, because everything has to be a trilogy nowadays.
What'd you say?
So of course I wondered if this was going to be a sequel or a straight up remake, and it turns out it's kind of a requel. Hey, did you know there were 5 Exorcist movies originally? Neither did I. I think I was vaguely aware of 2, but not 5. And I was a little bit concerned that I might have to binge all of them in order to understand this new one that's coming out. But that's not going to be a problem, as it looks like they're just going to be ignoring most of the sequels and just going straight off of 2? 1? I'm not sure. I'm easily confused. In the tradition of all good sequels, it's upping the ante, and we don't have 1 possessed girl, we have 2 possessed girls. Double the spooky. And instead of just using one religion, the Catholic religion, they're using all religions. Seems kind of greedy if you ask me. But there are also 1 or 2 scenes that make it look a little bit more remake-y, homage-y. A little too close to the original, like that green nightgown, or a couple of the shots in the bedroom scenes. As seen in the trailers, Ellen Burstyn will be making a return appearance as Regan's mother, and there are rumours that Regan herself might make an appearance, whether in this movie or the next 2, as Linda Blair has been seen on set, apparently as an advisor. I'm not sure what advisory capacity she's there in, teaching young girls how to behave like total possessed brats. Doesn't seem something they need lessons in. Believe me, I know, I was one. Probably still am. I'm not that fussed about them remaking films. I know everybody gets up in arms about it, but it's either good or it's not, and either way I don't really care. And not to be sacrilegious or anything, but I didn't really like The Exorcist when I saw it. I'm sorry, we all know I don't have the best taste in films, and possibly the time that I watched it wasn't the best. Quite young, but also having watched quite a few horror movies up until that point, and maybe a little bit jaded. And off the back of my mum telling me that people had come out of the cinema visibly shaking and crying after seeing The Exorcist, I suppose I was looking for something more. I think it might be something I might have to revisit, perhaps along with the other 4 movies, before the trilogy comes out for real. Until then, bye bye. Hello. You my little void kitty. Get off my keyboard! No, I don't want to get Windows 11. Leia, are you working for Microsoft?